And good morning, and here's this latest update from your great team lead, Linda Beck, in terms of our rock stars or people that deserve great kudos for the work that they're doing in their course in spite of obstacles, etc. Anyway, Dawn Strickland, she has been everywhere and she's very present in her course. She includes video clips and other supplemental materials in her posts and announcements. It's outstanding, creates visually appealing assets and adds volume to the content. She has gone out of her way to make sure students have every chance of success without to edit a post, with referrals to the Writing Center, and even offering the opportunity to do some things over. And she's always sending out outreach messages. Thank you very much, Dawn Strickland. Heather York, as always, making informative announcements and is extremely active in her course discussions. Her use of supplemental materials is outstanding. The outreach messages keep coming. She never gives up on students who are trying, and she has a gift, as we all know, for diplomacy and kindness in communicating with students. Very, very important in the text-based environment. She actually nominated me, but we'll skip that. Jessica Herlick, I hope I say that right, makes excellent use of supplemental materials in her announcements and discussions. She's generous with praise and keeps making referrals to the Writing Center as needed. Thank you. She also continues sending outreach messages to struggling students and never giving up. Her grades are fair and the feedback excellent in its detail. Tremendously important, gang. As you all know, you've heard us preach and teach, drive you crazy with it. It's very, very true. Katie Flores never gives up on students. She goes out of her way week after week to send outreach messages, to find something to praise about even the most deficient student work, which is great. A nice little balance. Validating those students who are trying is extremely important. She is kind to everyone. Katie seems to anticipate student concerns, and she takes a very proactive approach with exemplars in each week's announcements. Thank you, Katie, for that. Kelly Kalin, combining compassion with creativity. It is, excuse me, this is Kelly, who invented a practical workaround for recorded oral boards in her class when the hurricanes were hitting, and some students were without access to Blackboard. Very creative. Her feedback is specific yet kind in its delivery of the news. She regularly makes use of supplemental materials for discussions and announcements. Thank you very much, Kelly. Landy Black, new instructor, offers very detailed, very specific feedback to help his students, rather than just say someone needs to improve their writing, right? He sometimes pastes an example of garbled syntax so the student will know exactly what he's referring to. Outstanding way to do that. All right, they'll write and they run. So he has sent an abundance of outreach messages all term long and has been very diplomatic, especially with the students who are resistant. He's truly committed. Mike LePage. Thank you, Mike, for employing a friendly, casual tone in your highly engaged discussion post. He makes an abundance of announcements each week. He even created a sample police report for the class. So we're going to talk about authenticity, so they can see what one normally looks like and what it should contain. And many, many outreach messages. And Nathan Mutter does a great job in his discussions with many posts and makes excellent use of supplemental materials like links in them. And I think he really does some really cool videos too. Rebecca Bartasevich hung in there and continued sending outreach messages to the struggling. Her grades are accurate. Thank you. The feedback she makes is exceptional. She praises what she can. She makes referrals and even reteaches concepts, wow, that students have missed. Her discussion posts regularly make use of supplemental materials like links, and she has them in her announcements. And Robin Maloney, stalwart veteran, has found simple yet very effective ways to keep her students active in class, despite the lack of discussion opportunities. Each week she makes a midweek check-in announcement to say hello, offer help, wish everyone well, and just stay connected. She regularly includes course content in her discussion feedback to reinforce and reteach, and when students pose unusual questions, she keeps digging until she finds the answer for them. That's outstanding. Thank you for that level of dedication. Christopher Davis, one of our stalwart Kudos guys, continues to send outreach messages each week. His students appreciate the inspiration to the point that Chris receives, and he does, a steady stream of fan mail from them. And here's something from Linda. She says, George Clooney, eat your heart out. And finally, Mickey Murin, who sends an abundance of kind, gentle outreach messages each and every week. And she also uses a little humor to keep it light. That's great. Thank you for greasing those wheels, Mickey, and for everyone on Linda's team. And special thanks and gratitude goes out directly to Linda for her keen observation, support, her kind and heartfelt messaging to everyone. She really is a true teacher and team lead at heart. So thank you very much, Linda, for offering up these kudos this week for the rock stars here in Week 7, 17 UW1, and thank you very much.